Hey guys, and CSFan001 here for another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, April 12th, 2021. So this will have covered the week of April, I guess, 4th through the 10th of 2021. I believe that's correct. There was actually quite a bit of progress this week, as you can probably already see here. So, as a couple of notes on other games, GTA 5, I got my $1 million, and huge thank you to whoever told me in the last one of these videos that you have to get it from the PlayStation Store now to download. I don't know why they changed it, but huge thank you to whoever told me that one. The Division, didn't get to play it this week, didn't bother with it. I honestly just don't know anymore, because I'm not even sure if it's going to be populated enough. So I'm going to have to maybe look into seeing if there's any other solutions for it. Maybe if you could just do it with like 4 total people in the game. If they let you start a match with 4 people, then it probably wouldn't be too bad. And then Battlefield 5, I don't think I earned any trophies this week, but I've made a little bit of progress overall on the multiplayer. Frontlines, I'm still pretty sure I'm going to have to boost because the mode is just dead. I've seen one game ever, and we couldn't even get the 4 people needed to start a round in it. This one's obviously going to have to be boosted, but everything else is doable normally. Like, I have one more roadkill to get. I also found out that you can track your stats within the game. I didn't know you could, because I couldn't find it for a long time. So at this point, I still need one more roadkill, like I said, which is easy enough. I need to get approximately 76,000 more score as a recon character, 62,000 more as assault, 73,000 as a medic, and 77,000 as support. Oh wait, 62,000 for assault, not support. And a total of about 38,000 more for this trophy. And then, of course, 375-ish thousand for elite here, so long way away from being done, even though it's not difficult, and it's fine. The game is sometimes fun, sometimes it's kind of fun, I guess. So I didn't make any progress on that. Instead, I worked on 3 other games this week. So the first one, Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip. This is the game based off of the second movie, except it's actually a prequel. This is a pretty easy platinum so far, though I am shocked at that rarity. Like, it's a little bit under 30% on PSN profiles. I am shocked it's that low on here. I guess I could kind of see why, because it's not really the best game. This game is Dead Nation. It is a subpar version of Dead Nation. That is a very good way to put it, with more humor and less darkness and stuff to it. That's a very good way to put it, honestly. So, this trophy right here, I think, is one of the platinum breakers for this game, because it either requires you to have 4 controllers or to utilize a complicated user switching method. Now, I have maybe 5 PS4 controllers that still work to some degree. 3 work fine, 2 or 3 others are questionable. So hopefully I can just do it with 4 controllers on the very first level. So then you get a bunch of story-related trophies here. Just complete the game's 10 levels. You can beat the story in about 3 to 3.5 hours if you're fast. So it's a pretty short game. You also have to complete 5 side missions. You're going to unlock these after missions 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So just complete the 5 bonus side missions. No real difficulty there, except for the third one of those is actually pretty tough, because you have to kill a total of 450 zombies in a time limit with only melee weapons and explosives in your starting pistol. You don't get any good weapons, so that one is actually kind of tough. That one gave me a little bit of trouble. This one, I feel like this one's really, really hard to miss, because, I mean, it looks like nearly everyone that's beaten the game gets this trophy, so not a lot of people are missing it, but apparently a few people are, and I'm not sure what would happen if you did miss it. I'm not sure if you could just replay any levels that you took a long time on and cut down on your overall time, or if you have to start a brand new game. I would hope you wouldn't have to start a brand new game, because that would be horrible. This is actually a co-op trophy. You have to be doing this one in multiplayer, so with at least one other player, you can utilize the switch controller method or just use 2 controllers, because a lot more people are going to have 2 controllers lying around than there are going to be people that have 4. So this one is going to take a little while. You basically have to play a level in co-op, and you have to get an explosive multi-kill at any point, and then finish the level. And that's how you win Zombie Kill of the Week. So it's just a little bit grindy, kind of a I mean, it makes sense as a trophy name, Zombie Kill of the Week and all, but probably could have done it in a more efficient way. Probably could have allowed you to do it in solo just by getting a really cool kill or something, you would think. And by the way, even though this game is co-op, it's only split-screen co-op or, multi-controller co-op, couch co-op, whatever you want to call it. No online multiplayer available, unfortunately. That would make those two trophies a lot easier. So then you have the upgrade trophies. You have to fully upgrade all 5 categories, which is going to require 50 skill points. By the time you finish, everything else in the game, you're going to be at maybe, 30-ish or so done, so it's going to take quite a bit of grinding. You can farm points on, I believe it is the 4th side mission. It's one where you just have to kill 500 zombies. You can do it in just a few minutes. That's probably about your best place to do it on, as best I can tell. So that's just going to take some time. It's not going to be that big a deal, though, so let's see. Now we get down to these trophies. Earn a kill with every weapon. There's around 13-ish weapons or something like that. No, I think it's a little bit more than that. It's maybe 17-ish weapons. It's pretty easy. You're probably not going to miss this if you're playing solo. There's a couple of weapons that are a little harder to find or a little bit rarer, like the landmines and the minigun that aren't quite as common. But you're probably not going to have any trouble getting this if you beat the game, especially if you're playing solo. Same with this one. If you're playing solo, this one's virtually unmissable overall, though I guess it can be missed if you don't try to kill every single type of zombie, because there's a couple of rare ones like the Coach Cannibal and the Hawking later on in the game. They're a little bit harder to find and a little bit rarer. Then you have the environmental hazards. I'm not really sure about this one. I need to look this one up because I'm kind of surprised I didn't get it. I think that the rides in the first mission actually count, so that's probably where I'm missing it at. The Horde Mode trophy looks like it could be a little bit more difficult. I don't think it's going to be terrible, because I think there's a little exploit you can do with it, but not really looking forward to that one. So this one's very easy, just a triple kill with a sniper rifle, a quad kill with a shotgun. Those two are both going to come naturally. You're not going to have any trouble with either of those. This one might not come naturally. You might just have to plan for it. Just throw a Molotov while close to a group of zombies and catch yourself and everyone else on fire at once. And then for this one, you just have to collect 100 total Twinkies. This one is going to come naturally by the time you finish grinding for everything else in the game, so you're not going to have any problem with that. So overall, unless that one other trophy turns out to be difficult, then this Platinum will be fairly easy, and it'll be 10 to 15 hours total to get the Platinum. The game, it's okay. It's kind of fun at times. It's not bad. It's certainly not the worst game I've ever played by any means. I'd say it's worth playing as a trophy hunter. If you want something that takes a little bit more time, a little bit more skill, isn't, a 95% Ratalaika Platinum or something. Next up, the irony is real, because after weeks of saying I was going to start on Far Cry 2, last week I said that I wasn't going to start on Far Cry 2, and look at what I started on, Far Cry 2. This game, I'm going to say, it's fun. It is a very fun experience, the single player is, and I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be fairly mediocre, but with some of the gameplay designs and stuff, but that's kind of what makes it fun. Now, don't get me wrong, the game is old, it shows its age, it's pretty janky at times. The enemy AI is really, really dumb in this game, beyond any other Far Cry game. The enemy AI is freaking stupid. Half the time they'll just stand there and stare off into space, or they'll run over to dead bodies and then resume their normal patrol even if you're near them. So that's kind of funny. But a good thing about this game is that you can play it on the easiest difficulty, and that might be part of the issue as to why they're so stupid. So I'm not really going to talk too much about the unearned trophies yet because, well, there's a lot of them and they take a very long time to do. But of the trophies I earned, I saved a buddy from captivity, which is an unmissable story-related trophy from pretty early on. I unlocked new weapons by hitting a convoy. This is a side mission type. There's 8 of these in the game, 4 in the north, 4 in the south. I've already finished all the ones in the north, which is good, and they just unlock you new weapons. This is an unmissable story-related trophy. I believe this is the first trophy you're going to get in the single player. Then this one is the Assassination Missions. There are 12 of these, 6 in the north, 6 in the south. These are a lot more missable because they're kind of buggy, because I think the assassination target can escape, and if you activate another mission while working on this, it'll bug it out and make it so you can't do it. So be pretty careful with that one. I suggest having a lot of save files and saving as often as possible in separate files, just in case something goes wrong. Now, I also have not been using the fast travel system because I've heard horror stories that it can break the game at like 27% completion or something, and again at like 83% or something ridiculous like that. I hope that's not entirely true, but that's something that I've heard. Get rescued by a buddy. This one's going to come naturally while beating the game, but I actually did all 3 of the buddy like rescue and fatality trophies at once. There's a really good method on the PSN profiles guide for that to do all 3 in like a minute. But getting rescued is going to happen naturally. Same as this one. Like, I already know for a fact that this one's going to happen naturally because you have to go into every area to find all the collectibles and probably to even do all the missions. There's lots of upgrades and store-related trophies and stuff. So this is another one. If a buddy goes down, you have to give them a surette. So as long as you have one, you can revive them. Pretty self-explanatory. Then you also have to ease one or comfort one and ease their passing by switching over to the pistol when they go down and killing them, but it'll be done off screen. And these 2 are both the last 2 story-related trophies in the game for the last, like, 2 or 3 missions. And then, of course, there's all the multiplayer trophies, which we can give a little quick throwback to these because it's been so long since I've played the multiplayer. You have to get the highest count of revives, and you also have to get a total of 500 revives, which is going to require 3 people to be able to boost. So either with 3 PS3s or 3 total people, that's how you can boost those. Leveling up, you're going to have to reach level 30, which takes an insane amount of time unless you do the Warlord glitch, as it's called, where you basically get into negative XP and de-level yourself and stuff. I don't remember the exact methods, but, I mean, I did it, looks like a year and a half ago, pretty much, since I actually touched this multiplayer, which is kind of crazy. Win around as the captain and Uprising is going to come naturally while you're doing your boosting, pretty much. Highest XP total is going to come naturally while you're boosting. Winning a match with 16 players is actually not as hard as it sounds, provided you can get a full 16-player group together. I mean, 16 players, it's a lot. You have to get them all together, but thankfully you only have to win a single match in an 8v8 game, and you can boost it. So as long as the servers don't completely screw you over, it's not unreasonable. Then you have to upgrade one class fully. You're going to have to upgrade all your classes fully to be able to do everything and get all the weapons and stuff. Play a round on every map and every game mode. Those are both very easy. You can boost them all just with a second console. Reaching rank 10 would come naturally, but I did the D-ranking stuff first. I actually hit Warlord and then D-ranked down to 20. And then I don't think I D-ranked to... Or no, I think I had to D-rank to 10 because it like permanently screwed everything up. I already talked about the revives. But that would have been an easy trophy to go for last. You could boost that one out in just a few hours if you really had to. This is, of course, the really, really time-consuming trophy if you're doing everything legitimately or even with a boosting partner. The field manuals, because of just the jankiness of the game. It's a broken game. It has a lot of problems. But, I mean, as you can see, I did all of the multiplayer trophies in under 2 months, and I wasn't playing, every single day, 10 hours a day every single day. I mean, at this point in time, I was working. I had a job at this point, so I was just, coming home and making time when I could to do it. Then you have to create a map and get it validated in all game modes. There's an easy method for that on PlayStation Trophies. And then download and rate 25 user maps. Be very careful with this one because this one has been known to have problems with the servers going down randomly for a few days at a time and eventually getting fixed. Also, the PC version of this game, the servers are shutting down in a few months. Or it might even be sooner than that. So that makes me think that if the PC version's shutting down, you probably ain't got too long left on the PS3 version of this game. So I would say if you are going to try to do this, make sure you have 3 total PS3s. That's going to cut down on your time considerably to have 3. It's going to cut down on your kills and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you'll still need the whole 16-player trophy, but then you can do everything else with 3 PS3s. If you have 2 PS3s, it's certainly still doable, but it's going to increase your time a lot. I mean, it took me about 60 hours to do the multiplayer, though I certainly wasn't doing everything in the most efficient way and was still, figuring out the best ways to play the game. And then finally, my other game I made a little bit of trophy progress in was Destiny. So Destiny, as you can see here, Taken King, of course, is already done. We finished that last week. Still so nice to see that sitting there 100%. Rise of Iron, all we have left is the Iron Lord artifacts. I have exactly one Iron Lord artifact left, so I don't know how many weeks it'll take for it to pop up. It might pop up this week. It was actually available this past week, but so was another one that I needed, so both the ones I still needed popped up this past week, so I just had to pick one at random and hope that the other one will show up soon. So I just got to do one more, quest or set of quests to get the item that you then trade for the Iron Lord artifact. And I believe you can then hold on to it through multiple weeks, so you can purchase the item as soon as it becomes available. So just one more, it's the Silmar or something like that, or Silmar. The one trophy I got, though, was in the base game, and I'm not overly proud of this one. But honestly, I wasn't about to spend another, 20 or 30 hours playing through this game, basically a third time to fully level another subclass from a different class. I did the Titan one fully legitimately back in the day. That was one of my earlier trophies in the game. Well, actually, no, it wasn't. It was just a trophy I got. Actually, I think I unlocked that like the day before Destiny 2 released. So the Warlock I'm still working on, and I'm going to do it fully legitimately. I have 4 more nodes to fill, like 4.5 more nodes to fill on the subclass, so making progress on that. But for this one, I did cave and pay the $30 to purchase the upgrade pack from the PlayStation Store. Like I said, not overly proud of it, but honestly, I think that it just wasn't worth my time to deal with all this crap a third time, because it just takes forever. It's just a stupidly grindy trophy that takes forever, and was probably built that way purposefully so that you would be more tempted to buy the pay-to-win setup, the loot, not even loot crates, just the upgrade system for $30 or whatever, which is a bit of highway robbery, but at least it's done. And then otherwise from the Warlock subclass, and I also have to do the Ghosts, the Dead Ghosts, 50 of those. I have 18 of them, I believe. That's easy, though. That's going to be my last trophy, as I've talked about before. Anyway, that's basically it for Destiny for this week. So this coming week, I'm obviously going to be playing it some more, so let's go ahead and sync up our trophies. Level 719, 31%, 20,209 total trophies, 495 platinums, 2,889 golds, 5,414 silvers, 11,411 bronzes. So, plans for the upcoming week. I will hopefully be finishing Zombieland Double Tap Road Trip this week. I will probably tune into a little bit of Battlefield 5 at some point this week. Maybe grab a couple of trophies in there. We'll have to see when I decide to, try to boost that stuff. I need to look and see if there's any boosting sessions and stuff going on for that and the Division. Far Cry 2, I'll obviously continue on slow and steady. If I could get like an hour of that game a day, I'd have it done in a couple of weeks. I mean, an hour a day during the week and 4 hours a day on the weekend. I'd have it done in a few weeks. We'll have to see what happens with that, though. Hopefully I can make decent progress in it. I'm already like 5 hours in, I think, and I've cleared 2 entire sectors in the north. I haven't really done any story missions or underground missions, but I've cleared a huge chunk of the diamonds already. Like, there's only about 60 briefcases left in the north. And I'm getting better at the game, which is good. I mean, it's a fun game, like I said. I'm enjoying the game way more than I thought I would. Just kind of because it is so janky, and that kind of makes it fun. And I don't even mind the way the collectibles are set up, even though they're all spread out and take a long time to find everything. Otherwise, though, I don't know what else I'll be playing aside from that. That's probably my main focuses. Maybe I'll go get a Platinum Trophy this week, because it's been like a month almost since I've gotten one. Because I got, Lego The Hobbit. I think I got something else after that, though. I got some other game done, I believe. Probably need to go ahead and do a couple more, though, just to get those numbers up a little bit more. I think I'm going to try to make Destiny number 499 if things go well, so I'll have 2 straight good Platinums. Because I think I could get that as 499, provided I play enough on the Warlock. But, I mean, there's only limited hours in the day, and, I mean, I'm working overtime now more often than not, just because I want the extra money. I mean, money's good. Having extra money is definitely good, especially with things that are coming up in the next few months for me, so I'm very excited about. But I'd like to have just a little bit of extra cash flow for that. But like I said, hopefully get another easy platinum or something in the next couple weeks. Just work on those other few games. I need to look for boosting sessions for like Battlefield 5 and for the Division if they are there. Yeah, that's basically it for this week. I don't really think there's much more else to talk about. For streams this coming week, There's not going to be a drunk stream on Friday because I'm working some overtime on Saturday, starting early Saturday morning, so it'll just be a caffeinated stream. I'll just drink like an extra cup of coffee before it. It'll probably continue to... That'll be Fallout 4, actually. Or it might even be like Battlefield or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. And then Saturday will be my probably drunk stream this week. Just probably finishing off Fallout 3's challenge run, actually, and go ahead and retire that whole idea for Fallout 3 because I can't think of any other good challenge ideas for that game. So that is going to be it for this video, guys. Please like, favorite, share, comment, and let me know what you guys have been working on this past week. Subscribe and ring the bell if you haven't already. And I will see you throughout this week for some more content.